Awesome. Any words of encouragement for the young players out there?
Listen, I don't think, if you're a senior in high school right now, you're potentially getting double whammy. You're might show up on a team that has transfers and returnees, and, you're missing your prom, you're missing your season, and, it's painful. I think it's probably more painful than for a college guy. A college guy's 22, he's mature, he's more fully formed. Listen, I feel for my guys. I wish they were all coming back. I want, that was our whole thing. Our whole mantra at Harvard was, let's find out how good we can be. And, you'll win some of them, you'll lose some that you were really good at, right? So not being able to find that out is crushing. And I miss our guys, I think it might be more painful for a high school guy. He's 17, 18 years old, and you're not as fully formed yet. And so you're going to struggle with that. So, my advice for, the seniors that are going on to play is, you need to continue to be a great leader on the team that you're still on. Even though your team is not competing, you're probably still doing workouts and Zoom meetings and doing some culture building and leadership stuff, is to be really, really engaged in that, because there's huge value. And they'll remember that much longer than the great goal you scored earlier in the season. They'll remember how you treated them, how you spoke to them, how you mentored them, and how you're preparing for your opportunity next fall. Are you still wallowing? Or are you leading by owning today and managing today and doing that into the future? I think there's real value in that. Those guys also have to prepare for their college season. So, my advice for guys is you can't wallow in it much longer. We're all sad, but you have to kind of manage today. And there's nobody looking over your shoulder. You can actually lie on Zoom that you did your workouts. Nobody's going to know, but you'll know, and it'll be found out eventually, when you get to a summer tournament or some tournament where you're all together. So, I think the fact that young guys have to learn how to have conversations again with their parents and their siblings, and they're back in the home, I think that's a great thing. The fact that they have to be, the manager of their own day in academics, like, you have to do great in school. If you're a junior right now, you better be crushing school, because everybody's in the same boat. And any school, whether it's Harvard or some other place, the excuse of, oh, this was really hard, or, my teacher's not great on Zoom, nobody cares. Nobody's going to have any empathy for you, because we're all in the same boat. And if you're not crushing school, even within bad internet connection, teacher wasn't great when you were in his classroom live, and now he's got to do it over a computer, nobody cares. So you better be crushing school and actually doing it better than everybody else, because that's what an athlete does. An athlete is used to dealing with these obstacles. If you're a true competitor and a true athlete, and a true teammate, and a true guy who wants to do great things, this is just enough. This is like a rainy day in the spring, or it's snowing and you have to go to practice. Wishing the snows to stop is not going to stop. Or you just, you know what? I'm going to stretch in the mud, and I'm going to do this drill in the mud, and my hands are cold. An athlete, whether it's a guy who's committed to Harvard or one of our incoming guys, I told them on the Zoom, nobody cares, fellas. Harvard's not going to care. So crush it. Crush school. Crush your preparation. No one's going to care that you didn't have a weight room. So, I don't know, curl that metal chair in your backyard that's part of your patio furniture. I don't care. That's my message to them. The time for being sad is probably past. Get on to the doing.